Hey everybody, welcome to another quick save review with me, RC. Today we're going to be playing a bit of Trenga Unlimited on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and this is sort of a cube-based Tetris-style puzzle game. It's actually kind of cool. It's sea-themed, as you can see here. We're going to jump right into solo mode. Also keep in mind this is $6.99, so it's a budget-priced title here. We're going to jump into where I left off on level 4 here. I'm not very far into the game, but I think this is one of those games where when you see one level of it, you're pretty much going to be able to make the assumption whether this is a game for you or not. And based on the fact that I mentioned Tetris, I'm sure some of you out there are already like, oh, yeah, I would really like this, or oh, I'm going to hate this. So basically you have an oxygen meter up in the top center. You can rotate around this cube here. And what you want to do is select blocks that they give you as options on the bottom and fit them into the cube. So, you know, honestly, this would actually be a pretty relaxing game if it weren't for the time limit. And the other thing, too, is the fact that the character keeps saying Trenga over and over and over again. And that kind of grates on me a little bit. So at this point, you're gonna hear her say Ultra Trenga like a million times, and it's just like really annoying.
Ultra Trenga.
Yep. And so, if it were for things like that, this game would be, you know, up there for me as like just a fun return to game, you know. But I gotta hear Ultra Trenga a bajillion times, and that alone, oops, I picked the wrong piece, I meant to pick the cube. That alone is already like kind of steering me to a way of like, oh boy, I don't know how much more I'm gonna be able to play. I might have to play it on mute, to be quite honest. I don't think I could fit any of these pieces in. So when you're in this kind of situation where you can't fit the pieces in, you just have to do your best. It'll pop out pieces you can't use. And you'll lose a little bit of oxygen for that, but for the most part, the penalty isn't too bad. I'm sure it'll get harder as the game goes. But for the most part, you know, you're not gonna be doing too much damage to yourself going that route. So there we go. We fit everything up in the cube, and there you have it. We now have unlocked a new buddy, Big Paul. He grants 35% more time to perform Trenga combos. So at this point, we can now pick between a couple different buddies, which is kind of cool. The other thing I want to show you guys too is that there aren't a whole ton of levels in this. You can see that we are at level 5, but if we keep holding this down and head over, it does start over. So we hit the 15, and I think this says 15 or 16. And while, I mean, actually, that's not too bad as far as levels go. When I went through it earlier, I thought it was like, oh, there's only 16 levels, but no, I was mistaken. There's like 46 levels, which is actually a lot of game. But every level is typically going to be, you know, just matching stuff, right? So this is a game where I feel like this is possibly going to be something you really like if you like Tetris-style games, but it's going to be something you're not going to be really into if you're not. It's a very divisive game, really, if you think about it. So anyway, you could choose a buddy normally at the beginning. We only had the dolphin, but now we have another buddy. We have the crab, which grants 35% more time to perform Trenga combos. So let's see what happens with the crab, and we'll do another level here. But yeah, I like this game, and I for one, am a fan of puzzle games. I really do like puzzle games.
Trenga.
Oh, we have another Trenga character now. Was it the dolphin that was yelling Trenga before? That's what they're leading me to believe here. I also feel like in situations in this game, they're not giving me a piece that actually fits into any slot. Like, none of these pieces seem to fit. We got a long one, a Z, a cross, and I can see none of those pieces fitting here. Even if we pick the X for this one, it's the wrong side one here. You see that? Oh no, we can flip it. See, I didn't know that. If you hit LB, you can actually flip it. That actually changes things, doesn't it? Now we can rotate that.
Super Trenga.
Alright, so the game... Okay,
Mega Trenga.
I think the game may actually be giving me what I need.
Ultra Trenga.
The crab is really getting into this.
Ultra Trenga. Ultra Trenga.
Oh my god. You're having a little bit too much fun, crab dude.
Ultra Trenga. Ultra Trenga.
See what I mean? He's just gonna say it forever.
Ultra Trenga. Ultra Trenga.
Alright, so here we need a cube, and this is definitely a situation where we do not have the one that we need. Which really, in my opinion, kind of sucks. I feel like they should supply you with the blocks that you need for the sizes that are left, and kind of let you figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, well, where's this piece gonna go? And let you. But you could see, obviously, there was no way I could get out of that spot there with the pieces they gave me, and I feel like that does happen more often to me than I would like. I actually didn't realize you could rotate the piece around like that, though. I knew you could rotate it, but I didn't know you could flip it. Is what I mean. So that's actually pretty cool. So. We're not going to have a long video here, guys. I think you kind of gather what this game is all about. I think that the gameplay is pretty fun, but I think that it can be a little unfair at times, because, with Tetris, it's like they throw out pieces to you, and then you have to decide what to do with them, and maybe sometimes you can't make a Tetris or a line out of what they're giving you, but in this, you're penalized for it by losing oxygen and that kind of thing, which can be a little frustrating because you're like, okay, I should have a piece for this, right? But I guess not. They do have other modes, though. They have a survival mode, which is pretty fun. That one's more like traditional Tetris, where they just keep, even when you break a line in the Trenga, they add another line to the top, so it just keeps going and going and going until you run out of oxygen. There's also a versus loco where you can play against somebody else if you so choose. But yeah, guys, that is Trenga Unlimited on Xbox One here. I believe it's on every other platform as well if you want to check it out. Like I said, it's not a bad little game. It's just got a few flaws here or there. But I do like the sea theme. I think the sea theme is pretty cool. We don't get a lot of sea theme stuff in games usually. Like, there's definitely a few games out there where you get to play in the sea, but not quite like this. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and of course I'll see you all next time.